Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. This is going to be my Marvel Civil War 2 video. I'll be talking about issue 2. Careful for spoilers if you haven't read it yet. I'll also be talking about Totally Awesome Hulk, that title. So the big WTF in Marvel's new Civil War event is the idea that the Hulk is going to kill the Marvel Universe. I know I was just talking about Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe, which is like a completely separate event. Hulk smashing the Marvel Universe might remind you of World War Hulk from several years ago, or even Planet Hulk. So quick backstory to create some context. In Civil War, there's a Minority Report Inhuman that can predict the future, or seems like he can predict the future. He gets visions, and thus far, most people are treating it like the actual future. Like, oh my god, this is going to happen. We have to do something to prevent it. Tony Stark, on the other side of this conflict, is saying, hey, listen, this might be a self-fulfilling prophecy situation wherein these visions that he has might not be the future. They might just be a potential future, and by taking action to try and stop that, we might wind up bringing about that very vision that he saw. So, self-fulfilling prophecy. Now he's got a vision of the Hulk killing everyone, all the Avengers, all the heroes, everyone on both sides of this Civil War conflict. So Captain Marvel's like, we have to do something about this. She immediately jets off and shows up in Bruce Banner's lab, and he's like, oh hey, hello, how are you doing? He hasn't really been a part of the conflict thus far. I'll post a link to the video I did for the first issue that explains why Tony Stark and Captain Marvel are going at it. But the Inhuman gets a vision. Captain Marvel just immediately snaps judgment, jets off to go take down Bruce Banner before he has a chance to kill everyone. The problem is that Bruce Banner is not the Hulk in the Marvel Universe right now. It's Amadeus Cho. So sidestepping to the Hulk comic books, if you haven't been reading Hulk since Secret Wars, what happened is Amadeus Cho absorbed all of Bruce Banner's gamma in this big accident, but in doing so, he became the Hulk himself. So the Hulk is now Amadeus Cho. He's kind of like this teenage, cocky, super smart swagger Hulk. So the name of the comic book is Totally Awesome Hulk. It's just a lighter take on the Hulk character. It's actually a lot of fun. But the big WTF now isn't so much the Hulk killing the Marvel Universe, it's not knowing which Hulk it is. Is this Hulk Bruce Banner, or is this Amadeus Cho? They purposefully drew this pantsless version of Hulk. We'll talk about that in a sec. He's not wearing pants, WTF. But they purposefully drew his head really small in frame here, with his junk way up in frame, so that you couldn't really make out who he was. So the oh shit cliffhanger is Captain Marvel looking like she's going to take down Bruce Banner without really understanding whether or not he's the Hulk right now. It does a really good job of presenting Tony Stark's position on the whole thing, like, hey, wait, we shouldn't jump the gun on these visions. They might not be what they seem. Tony Stark captures the Inhuman, tries to study his brain to learn more about how the visions work, whereas Captain Marvel is accepting the visions as facts. So she's like, oh my god, I just saw the Hulk kill the Marvel Universe. We have to stop Bruce Banner, without really doing the detective work you need to do in a situation like this. So here's my first big question for you guys. Which version of the Hulk do you think this is? Do you think it's Amadeus Cho, who is currently the Hulk in the Marvel Universe, or do you think it's actually Bruce Banner? There's more evidence. I'll say there's more evidence based on what the comics are doing right now to say that it's Amadeus Cho, but we haven't really seen him in this Civil War story that much, so we don't really know what his character is doing at this moment. I feel like it'd be more tragic because he's such an innocent character. He's like a teenager, like Peter Parker getting the powers of Spider-Man. Great power, great responsibility. Amadeus Cho gets the powers of the Hulk, but doesn't necessarily take it as seriously as Bruce Banner. The Hulk is both a blessing and a curse, and a lot of the drama with Bruce Banner's character in his comics over the last 50 plus years has been like the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde struggle, in that Bruce Banner is a good person, wants to do good things, is a member of the Avengers, but he almost has zero control of himself when he is the Hulk. So collateral damage is a big problem. Amadeus Cho is just learning about this, and they've kind of teased it in his comic. The first couple times he becomes the Hulk, he just slowly starts to Hulk out a little bit, then calms himself down, but he still treats it like it's a bit of a joke, like he's not taking it as seriously as he probably should. So that's why I feel like it'd be a bigger WTF if Amadeus Cho killed the Marvel Universe, like that's what this vision is saying, even though I don't think this is going to come to pass. They'll kill a couple more big characters during this Civil War comic, but there's no way they're going to kill every single hero. So if you haven't started reading it yet and you're still like, I have no idea what's going on, I'm so confused, just be sure to read Civil War. It's actually a lot of fun. The biggest comic books I'm reading right now are International Iron Man, Invincible Iron Man, which are just phenomenal, Civil War 2, DC's Rebirth, and Flash Rebirth. So I do read way more than that, but those are typically the ones I read first and the ones I follow week to week. Sidestepping to no pants too. If you look at this first issue of Totally Awesome Hulk, he forgets to wear his stretchy Hulk pants, so when he hulks out, big green mean for everyone to see. So I feel like this image is mirroring that, just a little more evidence that it might be Amadeus Cho. Forgot to wear my stretchy Hulk pants the day I killed the Marvel Universe. But summer hype train pulling out of the station, Hulk smashes the Marvel Universe. Be sure to check it out. And if you guys haven't watched Daredevil Season 2 yet, be sure to check that out because, I mean, I have done some videos for it. It dropped way earlier this year, but it's important homework for what's going on Arrow Season 5. I'm going to be doing an Arrow video next, so be sure to subscribe to get that. But they have a character coming on who has an arc that's very much like the Punisher. So I'll explain what's going on with that show because they're actually making some huge changes to Arrow. It's not going to look anything like it has in the last couple of seasons, which I think that most of you guys will enjoy. But there's a whole bunch of Game of Thrones coming on Sunday tomorrow too. So Arrow later tonight, then Game of Thrones tomorrow. I know it seems like there isn't a whole lot happening right now, but there is so much stuff going on. So while you guys wait for my next video to post, you can click here to learn all about The Flash Season 3 Episode 1, and you can click here for like my last big Civil War video explaining what's going on. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Let's high five. I'll see you guys tonight.